Hello there. Welcome to Brian's Hobbies. Little different video today. I want to talk about my channel and what's going on and what's going to go on. I started this channel about 4 years ago just for the fun of it. I had gotten into modeling and hobby building and dioramas and paints and tools and stuff. A little more seriously than I had when I was a youngster. When I first started putting model kits together, the inspiration for a lot of this was different channels on YouTube. Boil Eye Hobby Time was a good example. Tested, Adam Savage's Tested in particular, although I was a fan of the channel before Adam and Jamie ever set foot in their studio. So there's that. Um, the purpose of the channel is pretty selfish. It was a way for me to document the stuff I do and the hobby, and really not much more than that. Also, one of my many hobbies is videoing and editing and graphic arts and web design and things like that. And this sort of kind of let me put a lot of those into one bucket and sort of treat it as one big hobby instead of a bunch of little ones. And I'm still working on that. This is a continuous work in progress that I hope I never finish. The idea of the channel is just to have fun. It's a hobby. Also, you know, don't be in a hurry. It's a hobby. Um, you know, Another famous saying of mine, famous, not famous, buying it. Where's the fun in that? So that sort of sets the tone for my channel and for my hobby is, you know, buying it. Where's the fun in that? It's a hobby, so what's the rush? Um, yeah. Anyway, for the last year of the channel, I have not been able to be as active as I would like. Again, my hobbies, and I miss my hobbies. I retired from, I retired and took over operating our family farm and have started a couple of new enterprises on the farm. Um, there's a channel for that, and I'll put a link down below. But it's if you're interested in gardening and farming and such things, then that there'll be a link to that down below. Um, so again, I'm not making as many videos as I would like. I'm not spending as much time at my bench as I would like. I don't get to edit and create and things as I would like. So I was asking myself, okay, how can I do this? How can I do this? So editing is, it's one of the parts of the hobby, but it's not the biggest part of the hobby. The biggest part of the hobby is this: me opening up my mouth and speaking to the camera, or just doing things on the bench. So uh, editing takes a lot of time, and I want to cut back on that time, so less editing and just more. It's going to probably be longer because there's going to be a lot of, instead of cutting out most of the really what I thought was just sort of dull in between stuff, trying to keep the most interesting may end up being some long form stuff instead of some quickie stuff. I hate shorts. I've done two or three, and I've got a thing where chopped up some of my longer videos into shorts, but personally, I don't care for them. Also, this is a pledge. There will never be AI content on my channel. I will never knowingly, anyway, put anything generated by a chatbot on this channel. It's going to be me opening up my mouth, and then just whatever comes out of it comes out of it. There's you know, it's not a artificial intelligence. It's a Brian's ramblings, if you will. So it's not a AI. It's a BR. Yeah, Brian's ramblings. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, my main thing is I want to just connect with other makers. So I've also, as part of this, created a channel membership. Um, there's 3 levels, and if you choose to support me, I would recommend the lowest level, unless you think you're getting some extra value out of this. But everyone at the lowest level is going to get everything. So the higher levels are just for, if you appreciate what it is I'm doing, then and you want to help support a little bit more, you can subscribe at a higher level. There's not much more in the way of perks at the higher level than there is the lower. The subscription is just sort of a way to connect with like-minded folks that I can hang out with, because also community, that's another big part of this. So yeah, that's sort of the thinking behind this. So there's going to be some more live content. It's going to be me just noodling around my bench and answering questions. Um, yeah, there's a members only post that I'll put up every so often. There's one there live now that if you're a member, you just go in there and you can ask questions, and I will do my dead level best to answer that question. It may not be immediately, but it will either be directly to the person asking the question, or we'll put it into a video, or both. You know, if it's something urgent, put one of those little red alarm lights or whatever, sirens. Siren's the sound. The red light is the red light. Put the little red light on it, and I'll do my best to get to that quickly. Yeah. So I hope you just come hang out. That's sort of the purpose here, is just to hang out and have fun, and you know make something. So yeah, go make something. Thank you. Have a great day.